Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. As you can see in the title behind me, Ford cracks down on flippers, confirms it will penalize dealers selling to resellers. So let's go ahead and get to that article. As always, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button. It's free and it helps me out a lot. So anyway, I actually consolidated it a little bit. It's somebody going into the dealership trying to purchase this new Bronco R or the Bronco Raptor. I don't know why I said the R. This whole story comes from revelations yesterday that one prospective Bronco Raptor buyer in Texas got a surprise when they arrived at the dealer to seal the deal for a rugged SUV. The dealer presented the prospective cash buyer with a contract that required them to offer the Bronco Raptor back to the dealerships first if they ever decided to sell it. Said buyer claimed that the dealer told them that if he is unwilling to sign it, then they're going to tack on a $20,000 markup fee. Now, I am completely okay with signing that, especially if you're going to be keeping the car. I would sign it. But the only option that they're giving you is you can sell the car back. If you're interested in selling it, you gotta sell it back to us. But the problem is, if you're not giving me fair value of the said car, I'm not gonna sell it to you. I'm gonna sell it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it's written within that same contract that if they're not giving me the value of what the car is or the market value, what I can get it for or what I can sell it for, then I'm going to go somewhere else. I hope that's written in there. And I think I've read somewhere that it's written in there, but I can't find that article. But give me a second. Let me look around. All right, so here it is. I found it. At Seawell, we love providing transportation needs to our guests. We help our guests get work, to school, vacation, across for practices, games, and groceries. We're selling this unit to you at below market value. As a result, we're reserving a right of first refusal should you decide to sell or trade this vehicle. We will pay you what you paid for the vehicle, less taxes, fees, and if our offer to you is less than what you paid, you are free to sell or trade anywhere else at your choosing. So this is very important right here. We will pay you what you paid for the vehicle. If our offer to you is less than what you paid, you are free to sell or trade the vehicle anywhere else. Ford Motor Company's policy as follows: selling vehicles to customers who purchase with the intent to resell and make a profit in the current market conditions compromises the integrity of our distribution system and can negatively impact the value of Ford Lincoln franchises for the vehicles that are produced in limited quantities and are special editions or specialty units. 2023 My Bronco or Bronco Sport Heritage Limited Edition vehicles, Raptor, Shelby, GT350, 500. The dealer allocation may or will be reduced or suspended, or the dealer may or will be ineligible to receive allocation for future special editions or specialty units or limited quantity vehicles. In addition, Ford reserved the right to demand reimbursement for vehicles that are improperly sold in violation of the policy. And as you clearly see what happened to John Cena when he purchased his Ford GT, he ended up just flipping it. And there was a whole big thing about that. If at any time the dealer determines that the customer does not intend to use the vehicle ordered or sold personal use for customers' business use, rental, commercial, or government, then the customer has engaged in or intends to engage in exporting or reselling vehicles for profit. The dealer reserves the right to cancel this purchase order or not extend any type of incentive. And if you sell or trade this vehicle without honoring Seawell's right of first refusal, you agree to surrender the value you received over what you paid of the vehicle to Seawell. Acknowledgement. I think they gave him like a couple hours or 10 hours or something like that, or a day. I don't know how long they gave him, but they gave him some time to think it over on whether he wants to purchase the vehicle or not. So there you guys go. I found it. And I completely agree with this. Like, if signing this lets me get a fair deal, like, can you imagine if Honda was doing the same thing? That would be fucking awesome. The Type R would be sold out everywhere. Those things would be the hottest thing ever. I mean, there still are, but the prices on them is just completely outrageous. Just like the, just like any of these specialty vehicles, like the Bronco R, the Heritage Edition of the Broncos. Um, but I think that the Motor Company is moving in the right direction, in my opinion. I think them cracking down on these dealerships is definitely making some sort of it's making a change, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? Now, the only thing that Ford actually is, laying down the law on is they don't want their cars being sold to resellers, brokers, or whatever, so they can fuck up the market, you know. So, what incentive does any dealerships have if, they sell these cars at MSRP and then somebody turns around and reselling that car for, 10 to 15,000 over MSRP? You know what I'm saying? Because they can get it due to limited supplies of said vehicles. So the dealerships has no incentive to do that. But if they're selling the cars to people that are actually keeping them, so now you have customers that will come back for services, for other things that they may need done on the car, then they're more incentivized to sell at MSRP because they can make that money back on other services that they can offer for said, customers. But anyway, while it doesn't directly hit at dealerships who put markups on the same vehicles, it does remove one pain that they pointed to. If buyers can't flip the vehicle themselves, dealers have a little less reason to complain when they're encouraged to sell at MSRP or penalized if they don't. And the penalty seems to be severe. They can lose allocations of any of these specialty vehicles, which I'm completely okay with. The only company that seems to have an issue with it is GM. GM hasn't really cracked on their dealerships for marking up those Corvettes for outrageous prices. But anyway, you guys let me know in the comments below. As always, I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's free, okay? All right.